Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of the 8 Morning 92 podcast where we always keep it 100. You heard none of them sound effects, did you?
Nah. Hey, told y'all niggas I was gonna keep it street.
Oh, then how you coming, Glock?
Pause.
Okay.
It's the 8 Morning 92 podcast. You know how we do. We always keep it 100.
Yeah.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 Morning 92 podcast. I am your host, the one and only Mr. Harrison. As y'all can see, it's just me today. And, you know, at first I thought about, probably not doing this because, it's just so dumb and repetitive about getting in people's lives. But you know what? We are the 8 More Than 92 podcast where we always keep on 100. So, I had to get my intake on what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on and what's been hitting up the airwaves is the Meg and Klay relationship. Now, normally, every time I still don't give a fuck, honestly. But it's something particular that's been happening with this breakup and this news from Meg the Stallion. And so, what we do at this show best is we keep it 100. So, I'm gonna give, my input on it. But before I do that, I want to take this time to shout out the Core Room podcast, Tino Trim, everybody over there, man. I appreciate y'all for the exclusive gear. It says exclusive membership from the Core Room podcast. As y'all can see, I had to break it out for everybody to see, as our YouTube page need y'all to go follow the Core Room, all 40,000 of y'all. So make sure y'all do that. Shout out to Tino Trim. Shout out to everybody at the Core Room. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us since day one. Everybody that we built this podcast family with. I want to thank y'all because, at times when I don't feel like doing this, I remember the relationships and stuff that I established. And that is like the ultimate reason why I keep pushing, because I want to make sure that all those people that motivated me and the people that I motivated, I want to make them proud and show that the work is being done. But on to the Meg the Stallion story. Let's go ahead and just cut to the chase. A week ago, Meg came online out of nowhere, dropped this nuclear bomb on anybody that was trying to find themselves a Sierra and Russell Wilson part 2 and said, cheating had me around your whole family, playing house, and then all of a sudden you got cold feet, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. And with Meg doing this, basically, she just let everybody know that her and Tori had her and Klay Thompson had basically broken up. Now, when I saw this, I was like, I didn't really think it was that big a deal. I didn't think that it would blow up to the way that it did, but it's got a mainstream audience following this, and it let me know how loud and active the boat crew is. That's what I'm calling, because Meg used to talk about driving the boat and shit like that. So it seems like whatever happened, she accused Klay of cheating, and the downfall that happened through all this is just that, like, now all of a sudden everybody's coming to Klay for something we don't know. Meg is the only one who's decided to speak on this, and it just turned a lot of simple-minded individuals into simpler minded individuals. I just think for a lot of it that it just shows how sad we've gotten as a community. I was talking to somebody before, and when it was at work or something like that, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was just like, man, we used to do like real deal, like gender specific conversations on the show. And I don't know if y'all noticed that we've kind of moved away from that because those conversations were no longer productive. That not our conversation, but the conversations that are happening outside are no longer productive. It was something just simple, just asking, why don't you feel like you can go 50-50 in a relationship, to defining what a high quality man is, what high quality woman is. Narcissist was a one word, then toxic and gaslighting became other words. And then it went from having conversations to where we can understand, don't have to disagree, to like dead ass gender battles. And shit like that is corny as fuck. Speed it up to now. It's reasons why for this conversation, I'm still not gonna have it with other females at this particular time. One, because I'm getting out. Maybe we can talk about it down the line, but just at this point, seeing so many people's reaction to Klay and how this character and stuff was, and then seeing so many niggas come out the woodwork and just say, ha, got you. My reason for why I feel about Meg is different from what's portrayed out there. But as far as see how Klay is handling all this. For what it seems like, you know, throughout the hell, it took him some days to get to like show him, you know, like to say anything. But this is the first thing Klay did since all this is broken through. And here's Klay's move right now.
Back on the high seas. Come on, fellas.
Not a care, not a care in the world.
Long time, so the rhythm might not be there, but the passion is always there. God feels good to be back. Nothing like the ocean, let me tell you. Big Blue. Oh, this is my jam right here, boys. Come on.
Ooh, not a care in the world. But so some of the issues I had with like just this whole thing is, let's start with the female side of it first. I feel like a lot of y'all, I feel like Meg gave a lot of hoes hope. Meg, I'm not calling Meg a hoe, but I'm saying that she gave a lot of y'all hoes hope. And I ain't talking about women, and I'm talking about hoes. Y'all saw her shaking her ass. Y'all saw her popping it for Kamala. Y'all saw her wearing no clothes. Y'all saw her talking about WAP. Y'all talking about sit on it, swallow it, dip, dip, dollar it, all that type of shit. Y'all saw her be big old freak. Y'all saw her go to college. Y'all saw her do all this type of stuff. And y'all felt like y'all could live vicariously through Meg. Well, one thing that's different from Meg and the hoes that's defending her is Meg had talent. She could rap. She found herself a career, and she used her rapping ability to get to where she is right now. Now her choices in relationship, how she goes about them, the public, the need for public attention and approval for it is one thing, and also how she's gone about handling certain situations, that's on her. But how y'all niggas handled y'all relationship was trash from the get-go. Like, a lot of y'all, I think one of them was like, in honor of Meg, is we gonna cheat on our men day. And it's so weird and so goofy how, you know, like this one person that's never met you has affected your mood and your life so much. Let me show you one video so I can give y'all an idea what I'm talking about.
Video on Megan Thee Stallion, because I'm genuinely getting so upset thinking about it. This is gonna sound very parasocial, but I would have rather been cheated on than Megan Thee Stallion be cheated on, because, and that sounds crazy, but I just feel like I would have taken that for her than for her to deal with that on top of everything else in life she's already dealt with. This woman does not have a mother, a father, and no siblings. Like, she doesn't have really any familial presence to help guide her through these things, or just like be present during the healing process. And on the outside looking in, to me, when it comes to Klay Thompson, Megan thought she found her forever. She thought like, oh, like I'm gonna get married and then I have a mom and dad again, because a lot of people get married and their partner's family becomes their family too. And so I'm just like, not only is it just like, oh, she got cheated on, it's just like, I didn't have a family and you gave me a family again. And I spent holidays with you guys, you know, and you snatched that away whenever you cheated. Like it would, the stakes were just higher with her. And I'm just like, I would have rather, like, if I could, I would take that pain away from Megan. I would have rather been cheated on than her, because I have a solid familial presence. I have parents, I have siblings.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, you want to take a blow of getting cheated on so Meg can sleep better at another night? Like, what the fuck are we? What are we on? What are we on? Like, this motherfucker is not Rosa Parks. This motherfucker is not Madam CJ Walker. This motherfucker is not Coretta Scott King, my nigga. Like, this isn't Cicely Tyson. This isn't Della Reese. This isn't shit Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey. Like, this is Meg the fucking Stallion. And y'all talking about I wish. R. Kelly didn't even say I wish this much. Like, even more delusion. Check this out.
For Meg, we didn't know Klay Thompson before Meg the Stallion. We didn't know Stephon Diggs before Cardi B. And while these guys have more money than these girls these girls have social and global influence. Meg Thee Stallion made Klay a global star, whether he wants to admit or not. These men like to use these women for come-ups and for social status because, like, don't ever get it twisted, girls. Social currency is still a currency. If you are well known in your circle and you are well respected, a guy can use that for social come-up because being with you makes him look good. If Meg Thee Stallion is dating him, he must be popping. He must be giving guys. You need to be very, very careful because guys are users just like girls. I would even say more. A guy knows when he has a woman that he can.
Like what are we talking about? Like before Meg Thee Stallion ever came around on Klay's radar. Klay was a 4-time champion. Klay was a top 75 player. Klay was regarded as one of the top 10 best shooting guards of all time, top 5, wherever you want to put him. He was a part of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. Like, what are we saying? Like, Meg made him? This is the stupid shit I'm talking about. I'm not sitting up there saying I know everything. I feel like this is why people need to step out of their comfort zone and then just go see stuff that they're not used to. Like, go watch shows that you wouldn't think that you watch. Go watch Modern Family. Go watch Matlock. Go watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Go watch something outside of your comfort zone that like removes the nigga up out of you. You know, that nigga logic. Like, is Klay's sign has a big endorsement with, I think it's called Anita, but it's a Chinese shoe brand. So that means he's known outside of the world. I mean, outside of America, he's known around the world. He was on the U.S. team that won gold, I want to say, with Anthony Davis. The U.S. plays one of the most popular Olympic games of all of the Olympics, Summer Olympics. What are we talking about? Like, I understand she got a fan base, but like, if you don't watch sports, just say you don't watch sports. Like, I can't tell you who on Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I know Scrappy, I know Stevie J, I know Kirk, I know Rashida, but by the time we on Love and Hip Hop Miami, hell no, I can't tell you. I think Bucky on one of them. I can't tell you who's on Atlanta right now. I don't know shit about basketball wise, but I know it was started off of Shaq's ex-wife. But for me to sit there and act like don't nobody watch basketball wise for real is ignorant, because they have so many other versions of basketball wise. They got the Partridge, they got like Rock County, I don't know, they got Ozark, I don't know, they got a whole bunch of them. Let's just put it like that. It ain't all black, it's got white people on it as well. I just feel that's like sitting there saying Britney Spears or the Backstreet Boys was never that big. Why do y'all care that much? Do you know who the fuck are you talking about? Just because you didn't listen to the Backstreet Boys, because you didn't listen to Britney Spears or NSYNC during that time, that doesn't mean that it isn't a they weren't a global phenomenon. They just didn't appeal to you. So you can't. I'm tired of people speaking for like the masses and women. Like, where did we get to this point to where like we're ready to down the sword for motherfuckers with basic values? Like, that's like somebody sitting up there saying if something happened to Carisha, we gonna scam niggas all day. Like, we're like the traditional moral values of just like being a good person, being a good woman, being somebody proud to, for somebody to sit there and say, yeah, that's mine. The same thing with guys. I'm not gonna sit there and sugarcoat it. If Klay was cheating, but yeah, like I don't know. It's like I said, we're just at this point now. It's like, I won't lie to you. Like, I'm glad I'm not diving in these streets, because this is a bad batch of y'all, bad batch of bitches for the better sake. I mean, maybe it's some shitty niggas too, but like y'all are this is a bad crop of hoes out here. Okay, like, this is all we got to take home to. This all the pickings of the litter. Like, Meg Thee Stallion known for shaking her ass, for doing all this twerking and all this type shit. Got y'all ready to sit there and run through NBA game saying fuck the police because of a situation with some celebrities. Now, my take on it is, I'm not saying it's on par for Meg for how she does stuff. I just kind of want to know, like, if we're just going by characteristics, if we're going by lyrics, characteristics, and how she is, I just don't understand what Meg expects in the dating world from the life she portrays. And I'm not talking about the life she portrays like just twerking, but I'm just saying, like, if you go from her lyrics, if you go from how she does stuff, if you go from how you always see her, she talks about she likes sex, she always with a different nigga all the time. Meg comes off to me as somebody who is the life of the party or the one girl. Basically, at this point, Meg is starting to look like Dashiki from Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Like Klay kissing her, you might as well sit there and say, nigga, you don't kiss everybody at the party. And it's just, to me, I feel like my issue with her is every time you're in a relationship, it's public. Every time you break up with a nigga, it's public. Every time something happens with you and the nigga, it's public. And also, women didn't have this same ordeal when, you know, she cheated on Party. I think my issue, like it is all the time, is that I understand accountability, but we're not going to sit there and undermine a situation when it happens for it to be a female, and then amplify it for a guy. But when it's a female, we're going to minimalize it to like just the what I want to say, to just the severity of it and how it makes, you know, how it should make you feel. I feel like that's always my issue with these female topics and men topics. Like, you'll see people all the time, I'm taking Meg's out. Taking Meg's out on what? You don't know them. And just because she says he cheated, you went to the internet to tell everybody to get sympathy, so you're not getting anything from it. And then from the Klay side, like I said, that's my opinion on, like I said, for Meg. It's not the fact that I don't believe you for it, but like I said, you can go to the Tory situation, you can go to the DaBaby situation, you can go to the G-Eazy situation. It's just Meg's, all her situations always scream something like a victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't like that. I mean, I'm not saying nothing didn't happen like in the relationship to go by what you're saying, but I'm just saying your stuff follows a certain type of trend. And so now you got rappers. I mean, Klay is an athlete, but you got all these different types and all your relationships in the exact same way. With chaos is what I'm getting at. And in suing with that, people get brought into your chaos. One of the things I wanted to share is like how innocent bystander had got brought into y'all shit because you're not clearing your name. And this is why I said I have a problem with Meg. But I'll tell you after this. Check out this response from Lexi Brown. And before I get there and say, Lexi Brown is a WNBA player. She plays for the Seattle Storm. And she got dragged into it because y'all crazy fans sat there and said that was a person who Klay was cheating with. And she basically got dragged into something she didn't ask for, and her name and stuff was getting smeared, and she said she had no part of it, and neither party has gone online and shut it down. Here's her response.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg the Stallion at all. You know, today, like I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claim that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm like struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women, and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations. I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this, and they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them, if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from somewhere. The truth is over there somewhere. And I was expecting it to reveal itself from that side of it, the side that actually has the issue. Because again, I have no idea what is going on. I'm getting threats on my life. I was getting threats on my health. My family started getting comments and threats from people. I've had to hire security to travel with me places. So it got to a point where I just was scared.
And this goes with why I said everything is just problematic with Meg. You got this woman who has nothing to do with y'all situation, and because you invited everybody to the internet, I'm sorry, because you invited everybody from the internet into y'all business, now she's being faced with public scrutiny because of what all went down in your relationship with Klay, because your need for public approval and condolences is more important than your own mental, which at this point, I guess the mental is so shattered that like you need somebody. Maybe your support system is small. Maybe the internet is who you feel like is a family to you. Maybe, I don't know. In turn, you've basically smeared Klay's name amongst people and got him labeled as a cheater. What if he just cheated on you? And I'm not saying that makes it better, but I mean, it's basically like you call something, you said something about this man, and then you just ran away. And instead of doing like PR or saying like what afterwards to kind of clean it up after you see like the wildfire started, you just haven't said anything. Now he hasn't said anything, and because at this one, I mean, people have made up their mind just based off of what Meg said. And that's kind of funny because that's a common trend what happens to Meg. At least when you support her, when she stops rocking with you, then everybody kind of goes back to like using their brains and common sense for plausible deniability or accounts and how things account up. But anyways, yeah, Klay's like he is guilty at this point. Doesn't really matter what he says. So at that point, I just feel like, I hope for 2027 and 2028, 2029, 2020, and 2030, we can go back to like keeping private, our personalized private. We don't have to run to the internet for everything. And I hope that like enough people turn to reality and go back and see what life was like without sitting up there saying nasty stuff to people, being out there being overly sexual, promiscuous, and being hoes for the most part, niggas being dirt dicks and everything like that. I mean, even Kev on stage said this today on the show when I was looking at it, that he says, you, based on your opinion on a first date, whatever your opinion, what side you feel about for Meg Thee Stallion will tell you how you feel about women. Well, Meg Thee Stallion doesn't dictate anything of how I treat a woman, how I feel about women, how I do my relationships, or anything like that. Like, Meg Thee Stallion is Meg Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson is Klay Thompson. Neither one of them niggas have paid, subscribed to the channel, paid for a t-shirt, paid a bill of mine, anything. I don't give a fuck. So we're at that point to where my opinion on Meg Thee Stallion tells you what kind of man I am. We're so hell bent on society setting our standards. I'm sorry, for public figures setting a standard for common sense now. If you were to ever ask me about Meg Thee Stallion on the first date, I would just answer you with, let me get the check. I'll let you pay for your half. And then we'll go from there, because we grown as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And that goes from if you want to have a monogamous relationship, if you want to have just a nuck and buck, you know what I'm saying? Or if you just want to be friends, like we at that point to like, let's just get to it and get it popping. But yeah, I feel like this whole thing has just been a waste of fucking time. It's been unnecessary, and it's shown, but it's been necessary to show us that we have fallen off the rail so far. Whether what women look up to in a role model, and also just like the toxic niggas that come out there. Like, I understand it, you know what I'm saying? But let's not give them like let's not give people a reason to not want to improve because we see the other side not improving. Let's just try to improve for one another. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so what? So Meg, did they see these niggas ain't shit? That's why I'm fucking with Meg. No, just formulate your own opinion. Don't do shit for tit for tat, Before we go, shout out to the Titans. Was there for the draft where we got Carnell Tate. Let me see if I can find the draft. Was fun at the draft party. Definitely glad I got to go. Shout out Andre, Isaiah, Darius, Noah, Jayla, everybody that went with us. Here's a little clip from when we did select.
With the fourth pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate.
Shout out to the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to Carnell Tate, Kedrick Folk, Anthony Hill Jr., everybody the Titans drafted. Shout out to the Nissan Stadium and Tennessee Titans for having us there for the draft party. I appreciate that. I always love to go. It was the last one they were having in Nissan Stadium. Quick how I feel about it. Fuck the Cardinals for getting Jeremiah Love, but I wasn't disappointed because I didn't get attached to it. My dad was heartbroken. My little brother was heartbroken, but I just kind of had this feeling it was never a lock like Cam Ward. Like I knew Cam Ward was coming up, so he had the number one pick. Couldn't nobody go after before us. But with Carnell Tate, I felt the same about him as I would have felt about Jeremiah Love, and I would have felt about Arvell Reese, and I would have felt about David Bailey or Ruben Bain or anybody. We had so many holes that one position wasn't gonna make me feel like we were back. That's a big pause. But we definitely had some positions on there to where I just couldn't sit there and be all in on one player. So I was like, whatever we get, I'm gonna feel the same. I feel the same about Carnell Tate. I don't really watch college like that. I look at the highlights and stuff and look at their tape when it comes down to where we're drafting to get an idea on who it could possibly be. But I wasn't really any type of way about Carnell Tate. I mean, we'll see what we see. I'm at that point in my life now for football where like the offseason don't do shit for me. Training camp don't do shit for me. Preseason don't do shit for me. Week 1, where we at? Line up on that field, between them line, hit them trenches and go. So that's my quick take on there. It wasn't nothing too much. We was just going to give a little quick tidbit on the 8192 opinions, 8192 podcast opinion on the Meg Thee Stallion, Klay, Thompson beef. And, I just felt like, fuck it. I don't need no big committee here for this. I can just talk to y'all, but don't worry, everybody will be back in due time. Shout out to the boy Banks, shout out to the boy Mitch, shout out to the boy Noah, shout out to the boy Najee, and shout out to Trim Tino from the Core Room podcast again for giving me this merch right here. You know what I'm saying? Flexing on them. Flexing on them, you know what I'm saying? They make my shoulders look really good. I won't even lie to y'all. But make sure y'all check out the Core Room podcast. They are known for giving real talk, good conversation, music talk. They making beats. They sitting up there and had me on there plenty of times. I had them on here. Like, they family at this point. I need y'all to go sit up there and go subscribe and go listen to them and go follow their TikTok and go follow their IG and go fuck with them boys, all right? I appreciate y'all because, right now, I'm only telling you this because I'm an exclusive member. All right. But this has been another episode of the 8192 podcast where I always keep it 100 with you. People, word of advice, live your own lives. Stop living vicariously through motherfuckers who will not even hold the door open for you. Peace. Yo. Welcome back to another episode of the 8192 podcast where we always keep it 100. You heard none of them sound effects, did you?
Nah. Hey. Told y'all niggas I was gonna keep it street.
Hey. Oh, then how you coming, Glock?
Pause.
Okay.
It's the 8192 podcast. You know how we do. We always keep it 100.
Yeah.